1. Hello, gamers! My name is Offbeat Outlaw, and we are using the reduced setup for today because we only have 2 of our lovely players here today.
Energy saving.
Yeah,
Eco-friendly.
Danny is away, and Patrick is taking care of medical issues. So everyone send well wishes to Patrick and those close to him. Patrick is themselves fine. So
I completely misheard what you just said as Patrick is a dum-dum.
Wait, yeah, what did you say?
Look, I could have fucked up. I may have just
Is a dum-dum fine? I think you said
What did you intend to say?
Fine.
That Patrick is himself fine.
Oh.
No, I heard dum-dum too. I thought you said he's in dum-dum something.
Yeah.
Look, I could have said that. That is not out of the realm of possibility. But Patrick is themselves fine. But send well wishes to Patrick all the same. Danny's just away. So go fuck Danny. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Die. But we love Danny, and Danny is also fine. I am Offbeat Outlaw, I'm the Dungeon Master for this evening. This is Paperwork Pantheon, episode 65. Look at that. We've been going for a while in this damn thing, and it isn't.
In a while.
I'm so sorry you've had to deal with us for that long.
I'm not.
This was the intention from the start.
I know.
With that being said, I use he, they pronouns. Amelia, take us away.
Hello, my name is Amelia, and I will be taking you away. You can find me most places at Amelia Som or by going to links.ameliasom.com, and I am playing A's, the god of the passage of time, and something with space.
Excellent.
Hello, my name is Brooklyn Tuesday, and I am playing Patrick, and I am the god of pirates.
That's crazy.
He would be. He would be. Let's be honest. He would
Wait, if you were a god, what would you be the god of?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I want dreams for real, for real.
You're such a dork.
No, okay, so we were watching
Sandman.
Sandman. Amelia and I were watching Sandman, and we were looking at the end list, and we decided that Amelia is death-coded, and I am dream-coded. Who would Offbeat be?
Neil Gaiman.
No.
Offbeat, if you could be a god of anything, what would you be the god of?
Anything?
Mm-hmm.
Dude. Man, that's so many options of vague concepts.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, don't think of it because you don't have to commit right now. I'm not holding you to this.
Are you sure?
What's a funny little one? Give me a fun answer for right now. It doesn't have to be a real answer.
I would love to be the god of jokes and whimsy. That's what I want to be the god of. I want to make silly little cracking jokes, you know?
That's nice. I like that. You're already doing that.
I am, I know, but I feel like I would love to be like the guy who dictates what is funny and has the final opinion. Because then I could go to comedians who are just like, is this too edgy for you? And I can just be like, you just aren't funny. And then I remove that from them.
And then they get zapped by lightning. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that responsibility should be left to an American or Canadian.
I think...
I think we hand it over to someone who's like British.
What, we want to hand comedy to the
British?
You want to give comedy to the Brit?
But dry humor
give comedy to a single European. Absolutely not.
Look, all I'm saying is look, I don't think we should give it to the British just because they've had a chokehold on what is funny for so long, and they have tried to convince people that Shakespearean comedies are funny. They aren't funny. The tragedies are funny. The comedies are boring. What is funny, though, Russian theater. That shit's hilarious.
Like, British comedians are funny. Like, British comedy shows are good. The average British person isn't good at humor. And I'll go on record on that.
Well, I'm not talking about the averages because America's also not holding up very well in that standard either.
Today is that Amelia said there isn't a wrong answer, Offbeat, and then Brooke said there is one, and you chose it. So Brooke just doesn't support me, and I don't think I should support Viari anymore either. I think it's time that we get to today's episode. Viari dies.
Okay, bye.
Viari dies again. You guys want to hear what I want to be the god of?
Yes, what do you want to be the god of, Amelia?
Right now, today, non-legal, non-binding, I want to be the god of having $20. Because I think that'd be funny. Every single time someone has $20, that was me. I did that for you. Anytime I need to buy anything, I have $20. I spend it, I have another 20. I'll figure it out.
Wild.
You always have a perpetual $20 in your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Have you spent?
I just think
it's cash. So it does get kind of annoying if you have to, like, if they're like, we don't take cash, we only do Square. But, like, it's fine.
You're like, $20 is $20, though.
Yeah, and then it's like I buy coffee. I tip so well.
Because you always have another 20.
Because I always have another 20. Or it's like a $6 coffee. That's like a $14 tip. That's insane.
300% tips.
Yeah.
I just think dreams would be so fun because you just get to go off on your little adventures and do like cool shit all the time. That
You
just
can
sounds
do that
like
if
a
you have
fun
$20.
domain. I don't think so. I don't think $20 gets you like magic adventures.
But what if you have another $20?
Yeah. I
But
think you're
it's not
underestimating the
magic.
power of $20.
I think that you're overestimating the magic of $20.
Well, they're like American dollars, so it's like real money.
Yeah, it's not like the Australian and Canadian dollar that can maybe get you
You
a good house on
jumping in
Boardwalk.
on this insult is wild, Canada.
I'm always willing to jump in on making fun of anything if it includes the both of us, Brooke.
I'm upset about this.
This is why I get the net positive here, because it's like if you're making fun of me, that's one, and then I'm making fun of you. But if I'm making fun of you, Offbeat's gonna make fun of themselves.
It's so easy for any one of our friend group to turn us either against each other or against ourselves and each other at the same time.
I'll kill myself if it means you laugh.
But if we're arguing and we both end up on the same side, then
Look,
Yeah, I love
Lord help
the
the other person.
Brendan Lee Mulligan quote from Game Changers. Like, I will bare my soul for 5 points. There is nothing I wouldn't do for 5 points.
We love him.
we love Brandley Mulligan. But I think that is enough cold open for today. Because I do have plans for today, and the good news is we usually get through all of my plans with the 2 people parties, and I'm excited to finish a mini arc in a day. So let's get to it.
I even finished my makeup on time today.
Look at you go. As the party, as everyone finishes up the dinners and the gallivanting and the gavorting and the talking, you eventually go home, and despite Godfried's social faux pas of screaming at the foreign dignitaries, it was a success. You have a tentative deal with the Fey court of the butterfly, even giving you a benefit to your spell casting, and that allows you to cheat spells into your cantrips.
Oh, I forgot about that. Wait, so do we get that immediately, not just after we've done the thing?
Yes. It's
Yeah,
effective
okay.
immediately. If you don't do the thing, it gets taken away. But if you do the thing, you get it. And you don't have to all do it. It just has to be completed by one of you. So, like, this is a very low-stakes deal for you guys.
Yeah, because if we all had to do it, then it would never get done, because when are we all here to do the thing?
Exactly, right? So, anyway, you managed to make a tentative deal with the Fey Court of Magic through the God of the Butterfly and the Domain of Penance. As you guys get back, you get home, you get back to the Pantheon. Alistair is there to greet you. Ask for a brief summary. He's standing there tentatively with bated breath because he was not allowed to go, and still there is some magic that prevents him from keeping track of everything in the Feywild. Did it go well?
Yeah. They offered us a deal.
What type of deal?
Okay, I thought I was a little worried you were going to be like more crazy about that. So basically, we get to do some fucky stuff with magic, and in exchange, we go find these artifacts that were used to like capture and imprison the Fey spirit of undeath.
This seems oddly in your favor, then, which makes me think that we are being cheated.
Probably, but it's a pretty cool ability.
It's a great deal. I'm just saying be wary, is all. But good work.
I know. What?
No
Yeah,
civil war. No war was started.
No, Godfrey tried his darndest, I will say. But, sometimes even Godfrey is right in his politicking.
It's a good thing most people don't take him seriously. All right. Well, that worked well then. That's great news for us. You even cheated a good ability out of the fake courts, which is surprising, but not unwelcome.
You seem a little skeptical about the deal. Is there something that we should be worried about?
It's a Fey deal. The thing is that it's hard. If any deal that I don't know about, I'm obviously going to be skeptical for.
I know, but like intention, right? The important thing is the intention behind fake deals. That's what we were told.
Exactly. So what exactly is she getting out of this? What are these artifacts? Why are they so important?
I mean,
to
if they're
her?
powerful enough to capture and contain the face spirit of undeath.
That's true. Getting powerful items is useful, but are these powerful items merely for her collection? Does she intend on using them? If she does, on who? That is what I'm more interested on. It's clear that she wants these items for a plan. At least that's what I would be thinking. Otherwise, I wouldn't go and get them. Especially giving up what it seems to be some pretty important magical powers and cheating their own system. I know the Fae are more lax with their rules than I am, but this seems like...
Wait, they're giving up these powers so they don't have them anymore?
Well, it's more like they're weakening their own system to allow you to do this. You know, every time you make an exception to a rule, it makes it easier for breaks to happen. At some point, there will be a slip-up. So if they're allowing this with you, it wouldn't be surprising if some people, some more intelligent people, start figuring out they can do the same, if that makes sense. You have the permits.
Do we need to worry about the Chaos Pantheon doing this?
In the general sense, I would assume, but probably not right in this instance.
Like, we have the element of surprise on our hands. Like I said, it's going to take some talented and intelligent people to figure out they can do this. It's breaking a rule of magic, after all, and magic has mathematical principles behind it, of a sense. So.
That checks out.
All the same, good work. Congratulations on your first formal foreign policy dinner. And congratulations on actually successfully getting a deal out of it and not making fools of yourselves too much with a pointed look to Godfrey.
I would say on average we were fine.
Well, in that sense, have a good day. I'm going to go to my office and ponder. And Alistair goes and leaves. But you are alone in the teleportation room, and you're free to do as you wish.
Ace.
Yes, Viore.
So, I've been thinking... You want to come back to my domain real quick?
Sure.
Okay, and I'm going to pull A's... Just, like, grab Ace's arm and pull them into a separate reality, or not unreality, aka the dreaming. Just, like... Yoink, we step into it. And into the place made entirely of pictures. Of thought constructed entirely of pictures.
Ace, you can now only think in pictures. You can no longer think in words. This feels weird at first. Please make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, I didn't realize that was a thing.
Now you get to just do this, Viore. Remember. You're weird. You're a weirdo.
9.
I had to learn how to keep my thoughts quiet.
For a minute, Ace, anytime you try to think, you can't speak. And anytime you try to speak, the words get all jumbled. This is a very weird thing to be imposed. It's almost like a rule has been imposed upon you by entering this space, and you are struggling to get the hang of it. Despite being very smart yourself, this is very new to you.
I'm just like looking at Viore annoyed.
Okay, so I don't notice. I just assume that everyone is completely fine in this space because it's never occurred to me that it would be a problem for anyone else. Okay, so here's the thing. came to this place because it's, it's all constructed of pictures, so therefore Alistair can't hear my thoughts.
A's, you can't hear anything. It's just waffling at your ears. It sounds
A's
like
isn't even looking at you. It's just looking out into middle distance, like they're trying to just think.
It sounds like the adults from Charlie Brown. It sounds like womp 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 womp.
Yeah, no, A's is not even looking at you. A's is not trying to lip read or anything. A's is just
A's. A's.
I mean, I can see, like, I react to your hand, like, I can see you.
Are you okay?
Viari, please make you can make either an investigation check or an insight check, your leisure.
I would like to make an investigation check, please.
I realize I've started saying your leisure instead of your choice, and I think it's better. I think it's a better option.
I actively noticed that, and I was like, I'm not going to say anything, you know?
I think it's a better word. It makes it sound like that there's some joy behind, like ooh, I can just like relax when I do that.
Yeah. Oh wait, there's no pressure.
Okay, so I just don't have to do it if I don't want. Okay, so my regular bonus. I'm just opening up the Google Drive with the translations. My regular bonus is a +12, which would bring. How many D6s would that be? Is it 4 or 3?
4.
4.
4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll. 22.
With a 22, you quickly realize the following: you made an investigation check, correct?
Yeah.
What you think about what you're doing right now, and you realize that this is entirely difficult for absolutely everyone who's not you, who's been doing it since they were a kid. In fact, most likely there's a chance that the average person would be probably driven a little bit crazy by this. Thankfully, A's is not the average person and is actually smart enough to be able to resist it. But right now, A's is currently in the business of processing everything that's happening. And it's giving them sensory overload, and they just can't do anything.
Oh, I am going to create an image of us leaving as like a question, like the intention of it being a question, and just present it to A's.
Yeah, I just like nod.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I drag them back into the part where it's not all made up of images. Okay, that was my bad.
Okay. I assume there's something you want to tell me that you don't want to say out here. Maybe
Yes.
next time, give a little heads up.
Very sorry. I didn't realize that's what would happen there, but that's very fair.
I mean, if you pull me somewhere, I will go. But if it's not an emergency, if I don't need to not know what's going on, I would prefer to not to know.
That's fair. That's fair. I wonder if I can, and I'm just going to start thinking in pictures. Am I able to communicate with Charlie in pictures?
Yes, you and Charlie have a communication system.
Okay, I'm going to summon Charlie and be like, hey Charlie, do you think Alistair would be able to hear what was going on if we had the conversation out here, but I was just thinking in pictures?
Probably. What are you thinking of, kid? What are you trying to do? Maybe I can work something out for you.
Okay, well, I was actually going to summon you anyway because I want to time travel with A's.
Oh God, kid, you want to time travel? That was a big mess last time. What do you want to do? Is it necessary?
Well, kind of.
That's not the courts aren't gonna stand. Kind of.
I think it's necessary to further our plans. But in order to explain the logic behind it, I'd really like to just explain it to A so that I don't have to tell everything twice.
All right, look. Okay. 1 second. I'll get us a room. He disappears for a bit. He comes back and he goes, I booked us a space. We have 15 minutes. It's called a private security room in the Union of Familiars, okay? It's where we keep more important familiars, and those, like myself, can book them out for purposes.
Huh.
Okay?
Thanks.
And you will not ask questions.
I wasn't going to, but you
I
saying
know
I can't
you
ask
weren't.
questions.
No
Okay.
questions.
All right.
Look, I don't need to know what I don't need to know.
That's, in A's, this is why you are so smart. He
I wasn't going to ask questions until you told me not to ask questions.
He casts plane shift, and you guys are in a black box. It is entirely black. There is a small light hanging from the ceiling. It is entirely black. It is a 10 by 10 cube. There's no entrance.
Isn't it weird
There's no
that
exit.
my familiar specifically can cast plane shift?
It is. All right. All right. We can have a conversation here. We got 15 minutes. What do you want to say? Go.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so A's, I was thinking it would be like kind of a fun idea to try some more time travel. Like,
You heard everything about time travel, and your first thought was we should do more for fun?
Well, I think that you heard everything about time travel and your first thought was, I want to do more for experimentation. So if our goals happen to align, does it really matter? And also, I'm doing it for research purposes.
What are we researching?
Okay, so you know how the divine contract is made up of magic, and that magic comes from the Feywild, I guess, is question mark, but then also it goes from the Feywild into the material realm via my parents' clock tower. But also the material realm is made up of magic because that's what the divine contract is made up of, and the material realm is made up of the divine contract, but the divine contract is like a metaphysical representation of all of existence except for the Feywild stuff and then whatever this new unreality thing is, but we don't need to get into the unreality thing right now. Okay, well, you also know how... Yeah, you know all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And you also know how the wars have always been won by the side of order and no one can figure out why. But the thing is that the divine contract was written by Alistair and the chaos side is a copy of the divine contract. And copy being important because it's not like Beatrice wrote her own, it is just a copy. So Alistair effectively gives them their power. And even though Beatrice is on the same level, is basically, I think, gets her power from Alistair?
Yeah.
Kind of? Okay, cool. And you know how Beatrice and Alistair used to have another brother named Power who they banished into... like non-existence.
Yeah, that's kind of been our whole thing for a while, trying to find power and free him, I think, to fuck shit up.
Right. So...
That was exactly the plan. Yeah.
Okay, I have a working theory about how the divine contract works and the fact... So basically, because of the fact that magic seems to come from Alistair and power in general seems to come from Alistair and all of reality was made in this way, I'm pretty sure no one can ever actually beat him because he made stuff, all of the stuff, really. But then I think that if we had a separate power source, aka power, that would give us a leg up in the long run. So we need to figure out how to access power in this third-party place. And this feels like it's coming... I'm trying to put a lot of thoughts into an idea. Basically, right. I think power is central to our plans and ability to ultimately conquer Alistair as an obstacle.
I thought we already knew this.
Yes, but I think that we should time travel to find out more information.
Okay, so... Viari?
Yes.
Do you have a specific intention with the time travel, a place or a moment that you want to go back to, or do you just want to use time travel?
Well, at first I was thinking that maybe we should go back to the time when the ritual was cast to get rid of power, and then I thought that
Absolutely
that might
not.
that might be a little dangerous. And then I figured that probably there are certain entities who know more about the timelines and the resets and have been around for a lot longer, and I'm eyeing Charlie at this point, who might be able to help us figure out when to go to.
Right. Could we not just ask? Well,
I don't think Alistair's going to tell us.
I wasn't going to ask Alistair.
Okay.
I feel like I've made that pretty clear in general. I'm not opposed. I mean, we can ask around. I think it would be more worth our time to find people now who have information from back then, and then see if it's worth... I don't think it's worth going back in time to ask people in the past information. I think it'd be... I think we should ask around and see what happens.
That's fair. My thought was that if we went back into the past, people would be less on their guard because it would be outside of the context of this particular war, and also they wouldn't know who we were.
I just to interject here, they'd also be less likely to know who the hell you were talking about. Like,
You mean they wouldn't know who power is?
yeah.
I mean, a lot of people don't. We didn't realize that power existed until not too long ago.
Remember, even if you, and the thing is, if you're asking people who know back then, they know now. They're probably still alive. Like me. I know. I'm the one who told you. Right?
Right. I guess I just wanted to time travel.
I know, and I'm sure we will have an opportunity to time travel. I just don't want to do it for the sake of doing it, if we can do it to really make something different.
It sounds like what you guys actually want to find is the hidden research in the hidden library.
Sorry, say what now?
Hidden research, hidden library, you know, Alistair's private collection, the one that I've mentioned several times.
Yeah.
I don't know how I, Brooke, as a player, forgot this.
I don't know how you did either. But yes.
This seems like exactly the sort of thing that would latch into my brain and I would never forget.
You would think, wouldn't you? You would. And it didn't, but here I am reminding you. Hidden research, hidden library. It exists. Go find that. And you'll have more information on it.
Wait. Okay, time travel is now plan B.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not dropping it.
I know you're not going to drop it. I promise you at some point I will take you back in time or in the future, Viari.
Thank you. Okay, time travel, now plan B. Plan A, I can't help but feel that plan A has just become breaking into and finding one of the most heavily guarded facilities in existence.
Yes, it has. However, there's cheat codes. Remember a little while ago, you made that deal with the god of publishing in the library.
Yeah?
You own half the library. And remember, this isn't no metaphysical, this isn't no ordinary humdinger library. It's the library that end all libraries. You can walk in those halls and end up any library in the plains, including Alistair's. That was a clever deal. Before you interject, it's a clever deal, VR, but then remember, but it leads into Alistair's, but let's not think Alistair doesn't know this. It's cheat code. You get right there, and you get right to the action. No dicking around in the divine contract no more. And it's technically in your domain, meaning you'll be fighting in your home turf. Technically.
Lair actions?
Potentially. Point being, there's a secret way in. And you don't need a time travel to do it, because I don't want to do the paperwork again unless we absolutely have to. And I'm sure Ace doesn't want to be put on tribunal Because, by the way, next time you do time travel, you gotta defend your reasons for doing it and why it was necessary. And if it wasn't
I had
necessary,
assumed as much, yes.
It's a whole regulated thing now. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but they never actually tell us off.
We're not all you, Viari.
Viari, you do realize that the reason why you're not fucking dead is Alistair, and that's it?
That's a pretty good reason, though.
Yeah, it's a pretty damn good reason, so I'd hush about other people not dying.
I just feel like Alistair values A's as a player in this war, and
Alistair values me.
out of it.
Alistair is not going to bend over backwards like he did for me. Especially when he knows I know the consequences of the decisions I'm making.
And let's also remember that Alistair is contractually obligated to keep you alive. He is not contractually obligated to do the same for Ace.
Okay, you make a point.
Yeah, Viari, your privilege is showing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't have to worry about dying. Fair enough.
So, point being, let's go to the library. Let's try and be sneaky about it. Let's get the information and let's get out. No detours.
Okay, what would be the detour? I don't actually know what would be more interesting.
Congratulations. I'm not fucking telling you what the detour is.
Now I want to find out what the detour.
No, Viari, why?
I'm not going to, but I am going to have my simulacrums.
No. Yeah, I thought you said have your simulacrums look around. Wait.
Well.
No, Viari, if we are doing this, we are going from point A to point B.
Looking for the detour, whatever Charlie thinks would be so interesting that
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Don't have them detour. If we are doing this, we are point A, point B, straight line. We are all going to focus. If you want your simulacrum next to you, that's fine. If they're going to be protecting us, that's fine. All of these things tend to have weird sorts of ramifications. None of these are it's not a literal library. It is the manifestation of a library. That's how everything is real.
And also, Viari, you know how if one of your simulacrums is found in there, do you understand what will happen to you in the library? Do you think Alistair's gonna take security lightly? Do you think he's above deleting?
Wait, found in... Now I'm confused about what you're talking about in where?
In the hidden part of the library. That's where we're going. The hidden section.
Oh.
That's Alistair's section. You think he's not and if a simulacrum is found in there, that's yours. Do you think he's not above just blowing up his own library?
Okay, hold on. I think we're on different pages here. I thought you meant the distraction was going to be in, like, outside of that section of the library.
No, it's while we're in that section of the library.
And then I wanted them to scout what was already there that they didn't know about. Okay.
Yeah, the detour is when we're in the hidden part of the library, we need to go to the thing we're looking for.
Okay.
And there's going to be other cool shit in the hidden section. And we are not going to look at the cool shit because bad things will happen. We're not going to send our simulacrum after the cool shit.
Yeah. No, I was never saying that I was sending my simulacrum after that. I thought that you were saying that there was a detour in the library general, and then I was going to send my simulacrums to scope it out because it's now part of my domain, and I wanted to see the cool stuff that was in the library that I didn't know about.
Do the stuff in your domain.
Yeah, that's why I was confused.
Okay, well...
Okay, this makes more sense now.
Okay, none of the cool shit in Alistair's hidden section. None. Zero. Absolutely nothing. None. Point A, point B. Thank you. That's all. All right, our time's up. You're all bamfed out. And it does sound a little bit like a fart as you leave. All right. Well, that was a good business meeting. Thank you. Shake my hand. Okay, I must go now. I gotta do a hearing. And he disappears.
Who else is he simulacrum? Not simulacrum. Who else is he familiaring for? Or is this a me hearing?
It's a hearing, I assume, for justifying like the use of us being in the private space.
Oh.
Because he brought unauthorized people in there. But, you know, Charlie's no snitch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough. That makes sense. Okay, so we should go head into the Infinite Library.
Yeah.
All right.
Get to the hidden section.
You go to your domain and you go to the library. You pass the god of publishing, who gives you a curt nod. He's sipping a martini. Congratulations, Viari. Or should I say, Master Librarian.
You can just call me Viari. You should just say Viari.
I'm gonna call you by your title, Master Librarian.
I am going to continue walking. I need to just get my hands on nonfiction so that I don't have to deal with any kind of business partners. A buyout. That's what I need.
A corporate buyout.
A corporate
Let's invent
buyout.
antitrust laws just to rein in Viari's domains.
As you begin to progress through your library, Viari, please make an intelligence saving throw.
Could I argue that because I'm in my domain, I would have advantage? Oh, actually, is it against a magical effect? A spell or magical effect?
No, it's not a spell or a magical effect. The reason why you're not dying is the save. Make the save.
Okay. So that is gonna have to. This is not one of my better stats on this sheet. 13.
13. As you approached in this library, you were sent back. You were sent back almost a few rows. It would seem nearly seamless. In fact, A's keeps walking as normal. You do clock this. You are trapped in the same section of the library, unable to pass forward after a certain point.
Hold on. Ace, come back here a sec, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay.
I'm going to try to take I'm going to try to like pinch the fabric of my domain and almost like origami, see if I can fold the pieces together in a similar way to like lying on the divine contract. I can bring pieces together.
Check.
Okay. That is... I need to do the translation. Sorry, I keep trying to open up this sheet, but it's just not opening in the Google Drive. Oh wait, here we go. That is... Sorry. What is 23 in D6s?
8.
I can't find it.
8.
Oh,
8?
8. Yeah, 8.
Oh, thank you. I couldn't find the translation in my thingy-mabobby. 8 D6s. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7... 45.
45. You succeed. You succeed in pulling the spaces close together. You connect your position to the position past that point at which you were collapsed. However, you've merely just brought the positions closer together. That line is still there that you cannot cross. But you can see it clearer now. Ace, please make an investigation check.
Where's my mouse? Okay. Investigation. This is not my smartest sheet. I wonder what happened to that one.
Aw, damn.
Ah, damn. 27.
You do manage to figure out what's happening, more or less. As you approach a certain point, it's a very simple thing, but a few issues happen. 1, there's a wall of force. 2, there's a glyph on the wall of force that's been cast subtly and made invisible. The glyph instantly casts Vortex Warp, sends you backwards, and then would cast Major Image to make it look as though nothing has changed and you kept walking.
Okay. Oh, wait. Brief aside. I've taken a long rest, surely, since the last time
Yes,
I've lost hit points.
Yes, you have.
Okay.
I gave you guys a long rest before you went to the dinner. There was
Gotcha.
There was like like a while had passed between then and
Okay, so it's Wall of Force, Vortex Warp, and
Major Image.
Major Image.
That is
Okay.
at least the current situation as you see before you, made in magical means. It's important to note though that it's kind of fucky. This isn't magic that's happening. It's almost like this is a physical manifestation. Which is why, Viari, your magical resistance did not trigger.
It seems like the very nature of this is repelling us. There are magical manifestations, but it's almost like those aren't the source. It's like an echo, as if you were just trying to keep someone out here and you just had the concept of rejection, and it just manifests in whatever way is convenient.
Can you show me where the glyphs are?
I mean, I'll do so, yeah.
You point them out to Viari.
Can I try to pull back like the layer of effectively like the visual that makes up the library and see the divine contract, like the writing underneath? Can I like look at the contract?
That is a hard check. You are asking to peel back reality as it's been made. Make an Arcana check.
On this sheet, that's not good. I don't think I can pass this on this sheet. I'll make the check. My intention here is to see if I can lie to make this not repel us. So that, peeling back, looking at it, was I'm happy for that to be flavor text. The intention behind what I'm trying to do is more to do with how, like, Viari lied in the domain of life and then accidentally changed how it was written so that it was moved together.
I get what you're saying. I do need an Arcana check regardless.
Okay.
Because right now, your current ability to lie has changed the space, and that's currently what it's really good at doing. 4? Okay. You attempt to look through this veil currently, that is blocking you, and you can't. There is something a little bit trickier happening here that you can't lie to get through. It's not something that needs to be persuaded or something that is... It's like... with your current Arcana check, you wouldn't know what lie you'd need to tell, I guess.
I gotta be honest, Days, I don't know how to get past this.
Okay.
We can't dispel it because it's not magic. We can't lie it away. Can space do anything?
I wonder if we can sort of trick it.
A's, are you trying to figure out how you might trick it?
Yeah.
Make it think that we're Alistair?
Make an insight
Make
check.
it think that we're not... I don't think we can convince it that we're Alistair, but I think we could convince it that we are outside it when we're not. Insight, you say?
Insight, yes.
Yeah. Wow, what if it was literally anything else?
I will allow an investigation check, but the DC is
I wasn't
high.
expecting that to actually work. I was just gonna take the roll.
I will allow... I could see an investigation check working for this. The DC is much higher.
Yeah, well, if it was, I didn't. My roll was 26.
Oh, nice. With an insight, that more than easily passes with your insight check.
Yeah.
As you look at this thing, you realize that this is a very simple thing.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go.
Yeah. You realize that this is a very simple sort of device to repel you guys from entering. It is. It is almost like it is basically the word repel has been linked with the word change. So every time you get to it, it will repel you and then change. So it makes it very hard to break through even with repeated uses. It's like a password that changes every time you get it wrong. However, you realize that the trigger is linked to because things can pass through this that aren't Alistair.
Right.
So it's gotta be, it's gotta have to do with there's something that is tagging you guys as outside material, and not material that is permitted.
Oh, we just need Dewey Decimal Code tattoos? Would that work?
Yeah, I
You just put a face that made it seem like that would work.
Well, okay. So I have a question here, Viari.
Yeah.
So you and I don't know of a better way to say this. Do you do your job here at the library?
Yes.
So how are the books cataloged?
Oh, okay. So
Not like how are they sorted, but like when a book comes in, how do you know where it needs to go?
Oh, we have
How do you know what
the
books belong to the
drawers.
library or elsewhere?
The drawers. The index drawers?
The reference cards?
Yeah, the reference.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna go walk over to where those are.
Wait, this is way quicker. And I grab Aza's hand and pull them onto a ladder on casters, and the ladder just starts sliding along the shelving unit like at top speed.
Viari,
towards
as you stay behind, as you hold
I was
on.
holding on.
Oh, you're holding on? Are you on
Yeah,
the ladder?
I was going with them.
Are you on one? Are you on the ladder, or are you just hanging onto the ladder?
On the ladder, like with A's.
All right, because it would be more funny if you weren't. But you're both on the ladder. You guys watch as the books and the aisles beside you. It looks like a countryside on a freight train as you whisk by as fast as you possibly can, and you arrive at the index card locations.
Are there index references for things? Now, I don't expect everything that's in Alistair's hidden library is known, but surely there are specific things that are cataloged as being in there.
Okay. Make a Viari, make a deception check.
Okay.
A's, make an arcana check.
Yay. I love Arcana.
37.
31.
Okay. As you arrive, Viari, unfortunately, your DC was 40. Would you like to use your ability to auto-succeed? Your once per long rest.
Yes.
Okay. You succeed. As you get there, you start thinking about the intent of what you want. You want these index cards because you're going to do your job. You want your index cards because you're going to do your job. A sliver of doubt worms its way into your brain of, but I don't actually want the index cards, do I? And then in your brain, ironclad shuts down, steel trap, the domain of lies kicks in, forces out that doubt, and you convince yourself that this is true. A's, with your Arcana check of 30, you succeed. You arrive, and you find, and with Viari's almost aura of deceit, the cards as you arrive, you reach for the drawer, you pull it open, and you magically will for the card to be there. And it is. This card believes that you are its owner, and you are to be taking it to its proper location. You pull it out. You have it. The index card is for Eternigrax, the god of power, the third named one.
How do you spell that?
Eternograx. Eternograx. Eternograx.
You know what? That's actually how I guessed. I don't know why I had to ask. You never know these days, though.
You do. There could have been a U. You never know.
What if any of those vowels could have been a Y?
I feel
It's
like
fantasy.
one time, ages ago, you were showing me a stat sheet for a thing that you were designing, and I feel like it was called Eternigrax or something, or I saw notes on this, and I don't remember a single thing other than I'm pretty sure I saw your notes related to Eternigrax at some point, and I'm so mad.
You find the index card. As you grab it, the ladder knows where to go next. It takes you back to where you were. You have the index card. What do you do? The barrier still persists, but you're not maybe close enough yet to activate it. What do you do?
Do we think that, like, we could enter in the capacity of a librarian?
Perhaps. I was not expecting it to go this direction, so we might as well try.
Okay.
As you...
Can it...
Sorry, do you approach?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I would take the index card, the reference card, and read the name of the book, and like try my best to make my intention finding this book, and like try my best to... I think that there is a mindset that Viari has to use every time they like switch faces to try to get information, of like just believing that they are that person temporarily.
Make a deception check.
Okay. 41.
What does it look like? What do you say when you lie? How does it feel?
I think that the first thing that happens is normally Viari would use alter self to make themselves look like whoever it is. But I think in this case, because they are just trying to get through because they're on account of being a librarian, they're thinking more about the fact that the god of publishing was calling them the master librarian, and then they just think of what that would be. Mm-hmm. Like what it would be to be that and to accept that as their title, and like so they stand up like a little bit straighter. I think it's like a kid playing dress up a little bit, like for a couple seconds, until they just like settle into the idea of like, yeah, I'm the master librarian. I'm just like, I gotta go find a book. Like
as you see Viari say this, A's, you see Viari do like saying their statement. You watch as little emblems of code and symbols of the contract creep up their foot. And for a brief moment, you find her to be indistinguishable from the constructs that roam the halls of the contract itself. And as you look down at your feet, A's, you notice you too look that way. You have successfully made your deception check. However, things do not go exactly as expected. You don't just walk through. You are teleported. You are warped into a liminal space, entirely black, eerily similar to the fake room that the gods of combustion and ignition would take you to. Sitting there is a man on a desk, except this is not a skeletal figure the way that Alistair might appear in these situations. It is just a regular man in a white suit with a black tie, and he is busy writing. Oh, hello.
Is it Alistair?
You do not recognize this to be Alistair. Hello. I'm sorry, who are you?
I am Viari, the master librarian.
You say Viari.
No, I am the last master librarian.
No, don't give your title either. We're constructs right now. I can't say this because I don't have a plus 87 to deception, but right now they think we're constructs who work in the library.
I don't know what to say then.
Make a investigation check, Viari.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just getting rid of a bunch of dice. Roll. 27.
You get the vibe that this person is a warlock of Alistair. They currently see you as a construct of the Divine Contract with an index card to do their job, to retrieve something for Alistair.
Okay. Can I just give the impression that I'm a librarian? Did the construct speak?
Can I just metagame this?
Okay. What do you...
I think you should just hold out the card.
Okay, I'll just hold out the card.
Make a deception check.
$22.
For you, that is...
I rolled a 4, a 2, a 4, a 5, a 2, a 1, a 1, a 1, and a 2.
As you hand over the card, doubt once again begins to trickle into your head.
This is just like Hades Town.
Yeah.
Doubt comes in.
Doubt. No. You hold out the card. The warlock takes it, looks at it for a moment. What type of construct gets index cards? Make an investigation check.
Can I try to make it look like a glyph? I'm guessing it wants it to look like a... I'll make the investigation check to be sure.
Can I make it
look like a glyph?
Can I make a history check to see if I remember anything about these constructs?
22.
You can make an Arcana check or a History check, whichever you want.
Arcana!
22. Viari, you remember that constructs do not speak. And even the Master Librarian construct has no need for speech. They do their jobs. They are functions of code. If you're being questioned, maybe it is perhaps best that you answer in a fashion that a construct would, which is probably not to say anything at all, but perhaps show a glyph proving your station.
Or go beep boop.
A's?
31.
31. You remember a lot about these constructs. You fought them a couple of times at this point.
Hell yeah. I'm always talking about these constructs every day in, day out. It's just construct.
Yeah, A's, these are functions of logic. They carry out very single-minded pursuits. They are complex enough to carry out their tasks regardless of the problems that come their way. This is a random warlock who is managing this station. They probably don't even know what they're doing. They were just told to check who comes through here, document it, keep track. And that's probably what they're doing, and they're getting powers and paid for it.
I am going to, through the telepathic link, communicate that to Viari.
Wait, which part specifically? Sorry, I was reading something.
That this is probably this is some low-level schmuck. Well, like low-level in our sense. It's probably like a lot of people think it's very impressive.
I was gonna say, I don't think that
this is some low-level schmuck guarding Alistair's secret library.
You've not met this warlock at all, Viari, no.
Yeah.
That's weird.
It is weird. It's weird, but there's still a schmuck.
Yeah, and that they probably, if we just can show them some sort of documentation that we're supposed to be here, they'll write it down in a little notebook, and then we'll probably have enough time to get in and get out. And then I'm like, do you know what those glyphs things look like? Because I don't.
Do Brooke, don't know how I would make a glyph right now.
You could spend a spell slot, and you could. I would allow the following ways to use a glyph. 1, your daily wish, cast glyph of warding. 2, I would allow you to spend 2 5th level spell slots and make a deception check. 3, successfully make an Arcana check. On top of
Do
a
I know what the
deception check.
DC would be?
It'd be probably pretty high, sitting roughly around 25.
Yeah, I can't make that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it would literally. Yeah, that's.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I can do the Arcana check. Was there another one?
The final way is to make a deception check, very, very high, and not produce a glyph. That would work.
When you say very, very high?
I'm talking a 40. It's DC 40.
It's doable, but then I just got a 22, so... So... I can just spend 2 spell slots and then make a deception check. And
2 spell slots and a
what's the
deception.
difference?
The difference in
Of the
DC
DC.
would be 10, so you'd have to make a 30. Which mathematically is very doable. In fact,
I'll
you'd make...
do that.
Okay.
I'm mad about having to spend spell slots.
Of course you...
I rolled a 31.
Alright. You cast
That
your...
could have gone very badly.
Mm-hmm. You conjure as much magical metal as you can. And you produce the glyph, the accurate glyph, for what you are. You are currently presenting as an adjudicator. A construct that you are very, very familiar with. And you present the symbol, adjudicator. And you tuck it away. But that costs a lot of magical effort to produce an accurate-looking fake one. You basically cast Major Image, but faked it really good. He looks at it. He looks at the symbol. Huh, adjudicator. I read that on the docket. I've never seen one in person before. All right. You two are free to go. Sorry for the holdup. He just quickly writes something down. You see 2 adjudicators. Section 631. Eternograx. Alright. Have fun. And he gets
Bye.
back.
Yeah, let's go to section 635, 631.
631.
631, just like I said, right the first time.
You guys walk through the door and arrive on the other side. You have officially infiltrated the hidden library.
I would like to, as we are trying to figure out a way, like do a cursory sort of scout to make sure that there aren't any other actual constructs nearby that would notice us.
Make a perception check. I will also like to say that Viari, as you have successfully done this, you now have some new forms you can take with Alter Self. You can now, with Alter Self, turn it into the image and shape of any construct you've seen of Alistair's.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Oh. My perception check was an 11. I'm rolling really bad today.
Viari, you are so jazzed about that working that you are like, oh my god, oh my god, Oh my god!
Holy shit, that was sick.
A's, please take a perception check yourself.
Listen, I also don't have great
2
perception.
or 4,
so
a
we'll see
4,
how this
and a
goes.
1.
23.
23. Okay. A's, you look around. You thankfully confirm there are no other constructs nearby. However, there will definitely be some further down. However, that is where we're going to go to break. We will be back in like 15-ish minutes. Thank you all so much for watching the first half of Paperwork Pantheon. We're going to have a lot more to get through after the break. So please stick around, get some food, get some water, get something to drink. See ya then. everybody, welcome back to Paperwork Pantheon episode 65. We are now in the hidden library. Where we left off, they'd just broken in. And they currently, they being referring to A's and Viari, have taken on the appearance of two constructs. These constructs being the ones that God Alistair uses to facilitate most of the functions of the contract itself. You're in the hidden section of the library, and it's taken on a much different appearance. As you look around, the coding that makes up everything is much more apparent. In fact, it's organized into rows. You see just shelf, 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 and then another cross-section of the shelf making up the I-beams, and book, lining up everything. The only thing that you do see that is actually different from all of this are the numbers. Sections 1, Section 2, 3, 4, and it goes on.
I would, as we're walking through, like to have a look out for what would be the detours, but I'm not going to go to them. I just want to know what the things are that everyone was concerned I would want to detour towards.
I'm going to, I don't know what check I need to be doing to see if Viari's being a little precocious.
Insight check. Is that the correct use of precocious?
It's, okay, Mr. At Your Leisure.
Hey, mine isn't incorrect, but funny. Precocious. Certain abilities are proclivities at an earlier age than usual. Okay.
I think
Viari was a precocious child then. This is correct.
Yeah, and Viari has child energy still, so I still interpret Viari's, nature as precocious.
True.
I never learned how to play Viari as an adult, so Viari is just grown up but a child.
A 16-year-old. I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
I got a 20 insight.
I am not. I think that if you know Viari, you know what Viari is doing. I don't think that. I think that Viari's hiding it
16
in a way that A's would be able to pick up on.
Yeah, it is. I think it's very obvious that Viari, do make the check though. Please make a perception check to see if you, because you're not investigating. You've expressly told me that you're not actually going and looking for the detours. You're just taking a cursory glance.
I have a +8, which I think is 3d6.
Yes.
Rounded up, right? Yeah.
Rounded mathematically, yes.
Yeah. Oh, 30.
As you look around, you note that this is a big fucking library. This is everything that Alistair has ever hidden. Ever. Every secret he has, everything he hasn't told you, everything he has wanted to tell you but couldn't, so desperately he couldn't. Every sanction that's been imposed on him, everything he's ever forgotten, every part of himself that he cast away, every part of the contract that was deleted and destroyed, the hidden section of the library. And it all is right here at your fingertips. As you know that Viari is salivating as she has just managed to put 2 and 2 together.
I can tell that you put 2 and 2 together because I feel like the way you walk just immediately changes. Even though we're both under illusion spells, I can tell.
Yeah, I think that there's absolutely no giveaway, but Ace can tell.
There's just the ever so slight slowing, the ever so slight meandering gaze through the construct that as you pick up on that Viari is salivating for this information feast that she has been thrust into.
And I don't say anything, I don't do anything, we just keep walking forward, and I am keeping a very watchful eye on Viari.
Walking with purpose and trying to read the titles of books in the rows as I walk.
I push Viari forward as they start veering.
I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping.
I know. Yeah. But I see you your head turns a little bit, and I just push you forward.
As you look, Viari, unfortunately, everything just says book, journal, book, journal, book, journal, book, journal, book. Like everything, that's all it says on the spines. If you want the information, you have to go and get it. Take a detour that everyone's told you not to take.
Do I think that the index cards in my domain would have would contain the books in here?
So remember when you went to get the index card, you had to make a deception check to lie to the contract, and then an arcana check from A's to manifest the card. There's a twofold check involved.
Okay. But it could be replicated.
It could be. This is only going unnoticed because this is happening the once. If this starts happening en masse, Alistair will notice. The reason why spies usually succeed is because there's not 5,000 of them infiltrating at one time.
Well, they're gonna make all of the simulacrums do it.
Even one more would probably be fucking bad.
So, another trip in would tip him off. Is that what you're saying?
Another trip in would definitely alert Alistair. One adjudicator is already weird. What's already happening is weird. So
there's two adjudicator besties walking around.
Adjudicator besties walked in to the hidden section unprompted. Reminder, the contract is like, oh no, they went in because they had stuff to do. And as soon as this information gets back to Alistair, he's going to investigate it, and he's going to either A, come to the conclusion that the contract was lied to, leaving it to either be Viari, or there was a glitch, in which case it will be rewritten. You lied enough that it's probably the latter, but if you do it again, I think he'll think it's the former. You got it? If you want the info, you gotta take it. But also, bad things will happen. Guaranteed. As everyone has told you, don't take detours. And I'm informing you of this to remind you.
You have... Hold on. Okay, I'm not going to take detours, but I would like to point out that you have this entire campaign sat there with your smug little grin and your your smug little grin and your cat ears.
Oh wait, can I interrupt this for a sec? When did you get those new headphones? Because those are those different than the regular ones?
I've had these for a while now.
Did you used to have pink ones?
I used to have pink ones, yes. I got rid of the pink ones sometime in, I think it was October, because they broke.
Wow, I don't notice shit.
I'm lecturing.
Yeah, well, you mentioned the cat ears, and I thought it was a good moment. Go back to it. I just paused. Play. Resume.
You have sat here this entire campaign with your smug little grin, that stupid little simper, your cat ears, and you have said, hey, Brooke, there's top secret stuff in the secret section of the Divine Contract. Oh, there's cool stuff in the secret section. Oh, all that information you want, it's in secrets. Just imagine what would happen if you could find Alistair's secrets. And now, the day that you decide that A, Alistair's domain is somehow linked to Viari's, and B, no, there was only one. B, that the section of the domain that is linked to Viari's is the secret section that contains all the rewrites and things. This is cruel and unusual punishment. This is actually so rude, and you know it. And then you sit here and you go, oh, but Brooke, you always make bad decisions as Viari. You always do the things that you're told not to, and then I have to punish you. No, you punish me for playing Dungeons and Dragons the way that God intended, because you are
with consequences for your actions?
Yeah, a sadist. Not a masochist. Yes.
Sadist would be the one.
A sadist would be, yeah. Also, reminder, this is just one entrance. There are others.
You say reminder like you've told us that before.
I have. The other entrances in the Divine Contract.
I knew about that one.
There you go. Other
I hate you. No, Amelia, you make decisions from now on, please. I'm not talking to Offbeat.
Okay. So we're walking directly to the place where we decided we were going and not looking at things on the way. Are you still talking to me, Brooke, or like at all, or just not directly to Offbeat?
Yeah, I'll talk to you. Well, sure.
I was like, that's gonna make this a lot harder. I can make this a lot. I can very much tailor this experience. Yeah. So we keep walking. Viari sometimes slows a little bit, as if they're almost thinking about opening a book or turning onto something, and then I push them forward.
All right. You get to the section 631. You present the index. The index card is manifest into your hand. As you're kind of in a more codified section of the Divine Contract, there's a little bit more of automation here because people aren't supposed to be in here.
Mm-hmm. The
card is referenced. The card flies up to the section in 631. It goes on the side of the shelf that says shelf all over it. The books all fly out. Everything book. They wrap around you and around you and around you until finally the book that you have asked for lays before you. Eternograx, the complete story. A 3-part book written by supposedly the first scholar.
I'm on more lore there. Do we think we should read it here, or that we should take it and find another safe place to read it, based on how Charlie was talking?
Make a flat intelligence check.
What was the name of the book? Sorry.
Eternograx, The Complete History.
The complete
3-part series. You have parts 1, 2, and 3. It is 3 books.
Oh, wow.
Written by...
And we have all 3, or this is just part 1?
You have all 3. And it's written by somebody who calls themselves the first scholar.
Oh, yeah. Which I feel like if you are the first scholar, on the one hand, it's like, oh, that's like so presumptuous of yourself. But also, if you are the first scholar, you're like, yeah, all these fucks don't know shit about shit. You said history?
Yes. History or flat intelligence.
Those are the same for me. 25.
Augmented by Viari's previous checks and understanding behavior of constructs, adjudicators need not read. They understand things innately as soon as they see them or touch them. So it might be best if you take this and run.
Yeah, let's bounce. Bounce.
Okay.
Could you inform Viari that this is their last chance to try and grab something?
Hey, Brooke. Offbeat is trying to tempt you into the way of evil where only pain and misery lies. And I am here to tell you, you can do it if you let A's walk the fuck out first.
I hate this. I hate this so much because the 2 things that I hate most in the world is doing the thing that's going to disappoint all my friends and make them mad at me because they're like, no, you made the bad decision,
okay.
And then I get in trouble. And
Brooke?
then also not getting information when there's a law drop right at my fingertips.
Hey, Brooke. Hey, Brooke. Can you come here for a sec?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah. You can do the bad thing that makes a bad decision. Just don't pull me fucking into it. If you want, A's can walk out first. A's also in character is like, I don't like if you want to go and like into a wood shop and start throwing matches to see what burns. Go for it. Just wait till I'm like most of the way out of the door.
And on my end, Brooke, you are allowed to make bad decisions and the players themselves won't be mad at you. frankly, most of the characters won't care either. But also, don't try and defend the bad decision. It's a bad decision. It is what it is, but you made it and you're allowed to make them.
You're talking to like the king of making bad character choices for the bit. And the funny thing though is like you are actually like you genuinely want this. You're like, I want this, but I don't want the outcome. Whereas when I make bad character decisions, I'm like, let's see what happens here. Beep.
Amelia doesn't even want the decision. They just want the outcome. They want the bad outcome.
I just want suffering.
But Brooke, a real talk, the players will not be mad at you in real life.
I feel like you're trying to convince me.
What I'm trying to do I'm trying to do here, Brooke, is convince you that there will be no real world ramifications. There was an in-game ramification for this decision. I have presented Viari with a situation which is a character moment for them. Do they seize the information that they want, however incurring suffering and ramifications on themselves because the information's more valuable, or do they choose safety instead and choose
what is I've got the likelihood that I would get
left?
I've got one character sheet left.
I'm including you only have one character?
Yeah, I had to sacrifice one to make the dreaming.
And then she hasn't made the other one, I think.
Well,
amazing.
Who needs a second sheet when you've got the perfect first one?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm reading chat and I have an angel and a devil on my shoulder, and I appreciate the angels so much. I don't think I'm going to listen to them. But what are the odds? What are the odds of me actually getting what I want out of this versus just getting caught early and being in trouble and also not getting what I want?
Here's what I will say.
Viari's trying to calculate. That's my big question.
Here is the likelihood of here's the order of events. You will 100% get caught. You will 90% get the information you want. But you're definitely getting caught. It's guaranteed. But you won't get you will get information.
But will I actually get to enjoy the information then, or will it just be taken away from me immediately and then I won't get it?
I assume it'll be fun and sexy because I don't think Offbeat is trying to make you mad at them. I think if Offbeat went through all the effort to be like, there's cool information, here you go, all season's been leading up to this, just want to remind you, and you do that and you like get fucking died, and then also it's like the information was the power of friendship will save us all. I think Offbeat would think about the fact how when you come to Gen Con, you will physically be in the same space, holding the grudge and murder him.
The information, here's what I will say. The information here will be useful, it will be guaranteed important, and it is guaranteed something that you can utilize 100%.
I feel like I have to do it now. I have to do it.
You don't have to. Make the decision.
I think Viari just pings A's. Just resignation. Like, get out of the library.
Are you sure about this?
No, but I am who I am.
Thanks for
He can't kill me.
That's true. That's so true.
Viari?
He's not going to vamp me out of existence again.
There are worse fates than death.
I know. I was living one of them for a while. I think that my luck has come this far.
Okay. Well, consider this me warning you and preemptively telling you so I don't have to do it on the back end.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And hopefully I will see you on the other side.
Yep. Make sure you get the book out and be safe.
All right, we're gonna follow A's for a minute.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
A's for
Brooke, I'm so proud of you.
Brooke, high key, proud of you. This is an awful decision, but big ups for making one full knowledge.
I hate this.
You've never done this before, and I want to mark it down.
I'm such a good influence. It only took 2 years of me making bad D&D, 2.5 years.
No.
And it's finally No, Brooke, once you get through this, once you get through the pain and suffering, you'll get addicted to it. I swear. It's so good.
I want to be the teacher's pet always. I want to do the right thing. Which, you know what? Doing the right thing always gets me in trouble every time we do. I was thinking before we went into today, every single time we do a just like me and someone else episode, that's when I end up having to go to court.
Go to jail. At least now you're gonna go to court for an actual reason. A's, you leave full knowledge that what VRA is about to do is so highly bad, but
It's
go.
so dumb, and if I try and talk him out of it, I'm just gonna get roped in somehow.
So you leave. You go back to where you came from. You go back to the beginning of the hidden section. You go through the checkpoint again. As you pass the guy there, he goes, "Oh, sorry. Is there still the other adjudicator in there?" How do you respond? You can just blow him off. It's always an option.
Yeah, I think I just keep walking.
Oh, okay. All right. Just gonna write that down. One adjudicator left. Okay. And you make it through the other side. As you pass through A's,
I have a question. There weren't any other constructs in there, or we wouldn't know. Did we know of any constructs that were in there at the same time?
There may have been, but they would have been further down.
Cool.
You didn't see any in there. It is a thing. There are constructs that do operate within there, so it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah, I was just thinking. I didn't remember. He hadn't seen an adjudicator before, right? Or like there weren't.
Adjudicators were not something that he frequently saw. Or
Okay,
at the very
cool.
least, were not something that he's ever seen before. He knew of and knew were allowed in there.
Okay, cool. I was just making sure there wasn't like casually like a dozen adjudicators just wandering around running errands that day. Great.
Yeah.
We can pass.
We got you guys passed. You make it through the other side. You get to the other end. You get back to the section where the two domains meet. At this point, VRE's lies have worn off. You are no longer in your construct form. The collapsed hallway is no longer collapsed. It is distended back to its regular self. You find yourself on the other side, and you find Charlie there waiting for you. So did you get the stuff? Where's VRE? Why is VRE not here? Fuck! Oh, God! I knew it. I knew she was gonna do it. Oh, that kid, she's gonna make me tired early. All right, let's get out of here. We gotta get out of here now. We gotta get out of here fast, okay? We sprint out of here.
I'm running. I'm already.
We run.
Wait.
You see Charlie grabs you under your armpits and starts flying to give you extra speed. We go.
Okay, wait. I have a question while this is happening. Okay. I have been in 2 weird boxes.
Yes, you've been in 2 weird boxes.
Where I don't know. Wait, I'm gonna ask before. Where's Charlie taking me? If I'm like, where are we going?
We're leaving the library is what we're doing first.
Okay.
We're just
Great,
leaving.
okay.
We're getting out.
Yeah. We're just getting out.
Can we go to your domain? Is your domain open? Can we go there?
Yeah. It's always open for me.
Bet. Let's go.
Yeah. I imagine. So as we get there, I want to try and make a weird box in my domain. I've made a bubble.
Yes.
I made a time bubble. I've gone to the space vortex many a time.
You've also glimpsed the space beyond space before.
Yeah. I want to try and make my own little box thing, and that exists out. I want to see how. I know this is like self-contradictory, by the nature of the space that exists beyond space, but I want to see how close I can get to making a space that doesn't exist that is stable enough for us to be in it.
All right. You start theorizing this as you're running, as you're sprinting out of here. Please make please make an Arcana check.
Hi.
What you got?
42.
You succeed.
The answer to life, the universe, and everything.
Oh my god. Wait, you actually rolled a 42?
I rolled a 42. That's so funny.
A lot clicks into place all of a sudden. I'm gonna give you some extra information here.
Wow.
You
wow,
learned
it's
Because
so nice
it's the
to get,
number that is the answer
it's-
to life, the universe, and everything.
it's so nice to get information I wasn't expecting and wouldn't have otherwise had with no negative consequences.
Oh, fuck off, both of you. I hate you both so much right
Brooke
now.
is like,
I
Brooke,
am dying.
you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be
I'm
okay.
dying
You're gonna be
inside.
okay.
Ugh.
Ace, as you're sprinting through this, a lot clicks into place. That space beyond space that existed, that all of a sudden gets a context. It doesn't exist in this real, it's almost like a number set that we don't actually have. It's not the imaginary number set, it's not its own plane, it's not its own thing. It's a completely separate thing entirely. And that's not something you can access. However, there is a few things you do understand about it fundamentally. If it exists outside of space, it does not abide by the rules of time. In order for information to not be conversed, if there's no time to experience it, information cannot leave. If there's no space, if you separate a space in the world from time, that's better, that's as good as you need. A space without time cannot have information leave it. Nor can light, nor can anything. It is merely trapped there forever. However, since you control that, you can leave it. You can. But that space beyond space that you saw, it is a place of contradictions. The divine contract is capable of handling contradictions. It's why it doesn't make that. But the Feywild has amalgams. When contradictions exist, they don't know how to handle it as easily. They try to cut it out. They try to remove it. They try to slice it. They try to kill it. If a Fey being experienced too many contradictions, it wouldn't just become an amalgam. Especially one, the undeath who experienced death. It would become something more, and it would experience something different, something fundamentally different from every other entity. Time is treated very differently in the Order realm than it is in the Fey realm. The Fey track moments, Order tracks strict, regimented time, seconds, milliseconds. A being that is made of a contradiction has no need for time at all. And would function kind of similarly to how your new space you've made would function. It can't leave it unless it learns to control its space. But you run to your domain, with Charlie aiding, giving you even more speed, flapping his wings furiously. You make your way out of there like two bats out of hell. You get to your domain, and as you cast, and as you get there, I need you to expend a 9th level spell slot for me in order to make this space.
I don't have a 9th level spell slot on this sheet.
What's the highest you got?
7. I'll give you a 7. You want a 7 and a 2?
Give me a 7, a 2, and a 5.
That's expensive.
I'll spend whatever the hell I gotta spend and not go to jail.
as you burst into your domain, you channel as much energy as you can from yourself, from your surroundings, and you collapse this bubble into a space, and you dive into it, and you arrive inside of it, and you are, from what you can tell, safe. The first space ever made inside of Alistair's domain that he cannot see into. At least the one that he willingly knows about. Because he doesn't know about VR's picture room.
Yeah. Well, he also couldn't see the... Wait, not to like...
The bubble.
Split hairs, but how is this different from the bubble in respect to Alistair?
So the bubble, he couldn't see inside, partly because time wasn't flowing out of it. Mm-hmm. But it's also when you made that bubble, there was something intentionally used inside of it, something that was encased within it.
Yeah, so he knew there was a blind spot that he couldn't see into.
This is more, you have kind of warped time around this thing, so he will not know that it's there.
Okay.
So it's better hidden. It's very similar, it's just a better hidden version, effectively. Perfected.
Yeah, so it's like, instead of like making putting a patch over a hole, I've made a seam.
Yeah, effectively.
Okay.
However, back with Viari. You are in the library. You have not done anything yet.
Okay.
What are you looking for?
All right. So, just to confirm, we've been told that this place contains Alistair's secrets. It contains information on past iterations of him that have been rewritten. Does it contain all of the stuff on rewrites?
It would contain the rewrites, yes.
Okay. I know that one of the things that I would be looking for is the rewrite for the Domain of Truth so that I can check out Truth's chair while I have the opportunity and I'm here. But I feel like, can you help me think of what I would want?
Okay.
That we have talked about that might be in here, because I can't think of anything right now.
The terms of your contract with Alistair, of the no-kill clause.
Yes.
The terms of the no-kill clause. Where is Eternagrax? Alistair's forms.
Yes.
Alistair's spells.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of what you guys couldn't otherwise freely get. Any and all secret dealings.
Yes.
You won't be able to get all of this, but you'll definitely get some of it.
Yeah, okay. Would where Eternagrax is be in the thing that A's got though? Or?
Probably, yes. But like I'm trying to give you everything here.
That would just be a lower priority on my list then.
Alistair's other kids.
Yes. I want that information.
I love how it's like plot stuff, plot things that could be helpful in the end game, things that could be helpful here, Viari backstory lore.
Give me plot.
Okay. All right, you have. Here's what I've written down so far. The terms of the no-kill clause. Oh, I guess I should put rewrites here. We're gonna do this in order, because at some point this is gonna fuck up. Terms of the no-kill clause. Where is Eternagrax? Alistair's forms. Alistair's spells. Any and all secret dealings. Alistair's other kids. Rewrites.
I feel like my highest priorities are probably secret deals, and then the kids that Alistair adopted, like the other kids, the final kid. And then and then either, whatever seems more convenient to grab, either the rewrite for Truth so that I can get to the chair, or information on the contract with Viari.
All right. And we're leaving Alistair's
Eternagrax is last, because I think that will probably be in the book that
Okay.
A's got.
So then 5th and 6th is the forms and spells of Alistair.
Yeah, forms is higher than the spells because I just assumed that Alistair can cast everything.
Okay.
And secret new spells we don't know
new
yet.
spells that you guys don't know.
Yeah.
All right. You start looking. Make an investigation check.
Okay. I 35.
35. You peruse, you piece together information that you know, things that you understand, things that you can confirm are true and know about Alistair. If he's keeping secret dealings anywhere, it's going to be in the first section because he needs to reference them. Go to section 1. You look through the book. If it's a secret dealings, he's not going to keep it in a published work. It's going to be in a journal. You go for the journals, you grab a journal. The first one that you open, your intent reads true. You find it. Alistair's secret dealings. Are you going to read it, or are you just going to take it and run?
What, in Viari's estimation, what would be more effective? Take it and run because the things don't read?
Right now, you've read that ruse is probably sailed out the window. So it's probably a case
I'll
of
read.
It's a 50-50. I'd say that if you want to get more books, it would probably be better run. If you want to get the information, then it might be best to read.
Yeah, so like if I get more books, is there a chance that I just don't get to read any of it?
Because you get caught and they're like ours.
Yeah.
There is a potentiality of that. I would say that at that point though, that'd probably be you've taken a lot of books. You've gotten really greedy.
Okay. For now I'm gonna take it and run and get to the next one.
All right.
Fuck.
Get to the next.
I'm just like, that's my internal thought process.
Investigation check. Another one.
You just pull a random book off the wall just to see what you end up with. Don't do that. That's what I would do.
Honestly, that's so tempting.
No, I'm not giving you any more ideas.
32.
32. All right. Think again. Alistair's kids. They're important to him, but they're not as important as his contracts and deals. In fact, he might even view some of his previous ones as just that. Probably closer in section 2, section 3. Start looking through, you get to a section. It's not going to be a published work. It's going to be a private journal. Journal. You find a journal that looks like something he's referenced not too often, but often enough. You open it. Alistair's children and contracts of peace.
I'm going to pause to read both of these.
Pause to read?
Yeah.
Which one are you reading first?
Deals. Secret deals.
Secret deals. It's a shorter journal. He doesn't make many secret deals that he wouldn't publish proudly. Here are a few of them. 1. A deal with luck. Hereby stating, Luck agrees to vote against killing Viari. In the trial of her future life. So this is corruption. Secret deal number...
Luck said that she voted to kill me.
I think she said she wanted to kill you. I may have fucked up, but she voted against it. I think I fucked up in that case.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Page number 2. Secret deal. Lady Luna. This contract hereby declares that Lady Luna and Alistair are to have no contact with each other forever. Timelines eternal. This page is old. Very old. In Alistair doing so...
And just like that, I ship the two of them.
Lady Luna is not to interfere with any godly business, but every single pantheonic war, by the time they start, they must have at least one mortal who will be chosen to be a god on their council. Every Fey court must. If the court is dissolved before then, this is fine. If a court hides their members, they will be eradicated.
Wait, what does that mean?
So by the
That's
time
what happened to the Court of the Beetle.
every time a pantheonic war happens, the mortals who get chosen to be mortal gods, there's got to be at least one mortal god per Fey court by the time it starts.
Oh.
And if it doesn't, it will be destroyed. Second dealing. Another secret dealing. The council to a name that you don't recognize and that is vaguely unreadable. It's using a different script than you can read unless you have Eyes of the Runekeeper. Words and Alistair is who it's between.
Can I try to, using alter self, like inscribe that onto my skin so that I can check it later, so that I get the exact spelling correct?
Sure. What it reads is the following. Between Alistair and this unknown name. You will aid and assist in any capacity you know how. This is Alistair to this person, this individual. You will aid and assist in any way that you know how in the successful final pantheonic war. You will succeed in your goal. As trade, you will be protected from all harm until this final war. So someone is protected from everything until this current war happened. And they are somehow currently involved in helping Alistair succeed. Secret agreement number 4. Between Alistair and Beatrice. We hereby agree to seal away Eternigrax, our brother, for all eternity. May he be unwritten, but may his domain remain strong. Secret dealing number 5. I hereby cast off all other forms. May it be known one in pure and one in true. Until the day that it should be required, until the day that my life is threatened once more, until the Order Pantheon crumbles around me, I will not make another form. A deal with himself. Finally, a final secret deal of import, at the very least. There are others, but some of them you're like, why would you keep that a secret? Doesn't seem that important. Like, you can just order Taco Bell. It's fine. The final secret dealing. Should any Pantheon god of order ever leave the Pantheon and be captured, they will perish at some point if they ever use their powers against me. Should the time come that the war ends and they have not been recovered, they will perish. A deal made with himself and the contract. Please make a stealth check.
Okay. I have a +10 to stealth. How many dice?
3.
That's 3.
Mm-hmm.
24.
24. At this point, adjudicators begin to flood into your position. They are searching near and far for you. You are currently hidden from them. Things are going to get more tricky from here on out. And it's fair to say that an infiltration has already been spiked.
I am going to try to slip to somewhere more discreet, and I was going to read the second book, the one about the deal.
The one about your the other kids, you mean?
The third one. Yeah, the third kid.
You open it. Page 1. Alistair's first child. Alistair's first child was his first attempt at creating life. He had never once made life before, and he never intended to make it after. When he was made a god, he had to make the decision. When Alistair was in charge of making the world, his first creation was a child. He swiftly realized, Alistair did, that he could not put this much love and care into all creations. They would perish, they would die, and he himself too would die as each one passed away. His tenure of the forever God of everything would be short-lived for the length of his grief. He hereby swore to have only 3 kids, and this one the first. The parent of all, the spirit of humanity. They currently are still alive. Their location is unknown even to Alistair. The final deal they made before they left his care was that he would not be found, ever, by anyone.
He?
I keep saying he, I mean they. Sorry.
Okay.
No, they just put the pronouns in there. Alistair's secret child, parentheses, he, him.
If you wish to seek them yourself, you would have to find a way to either overcome their contract or find them by accident. The spirit of humanity is a secret. That's all the information on them.
Okay. Now I'm going to try to get to the third thing on my list. I don't have time to think about what I've just learned.
Okay.
And I'm going to be being as stealthy as possible. So there are other adjudicators around here.
Be best
Now,
to avoid them.
I was going to say, I could assume that the adjudicators could see through the altar cell.
Yes, they can see through everything.
Yeah, okay. Let's see what I've got to see if any of it would help me. No, I wouldn't. No, casting spells would probably draw them to me. I just need to do this.
You just need to sprint.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get to the next thing on the list.
90s.
Okay. All right.
What did I say the next thing was?
Rewrites. Do you want to change your order, or do you want to go for the rewrites?
Nah, yeah, I'll get it.
Is there a specific rewrite you're after? This is the biggest section.
Dude, wait, does the book that I just had on Alice's Children, does it have anything about the contract of me?
No.
Okay.
Damn, you're not his kid. That's crazy. I'm kidding. That felt mean.
Well, it has information on Viari and Z's. It just does not have information on the contracts.
I will try to grab the rewrite of the Domain of Truth.
Run. Investigation check, please.
Okay. That's an extra D6 for this one. 32.
32 on your investigation check. As you're running, adjudicators, their glance winks over you for but a second. Please make it a deception check.
Okay. $53.
It's a good thing you rolled high. As the
a 12, a 4, a 6, a 5, a 5, a 6, a 4, a 6, a 5.
As the adjudicator looks over you, you glare back at it with daggers, and for a brief moment, the unthinking, unfeeling constructs of the contract cower in front of you as you sprint past them. You get to rewrites. It's the biggest section. You think carefully. It's gonna be a big fuck off book, rewrites. It can't be in one book. There's too many rewrites. There's too many. It's gotta be its own individual encyclopedic thing. You go, you look, you document. T. You find the section. T for truth. T, you pull out a book. It's the rewrite of truth.
Okay, I'm taking this with me. I'm shoving it into my necklace.
All right, you keeping going?
Yes. I am looking for the stuff on Viari's.
The terms of your no-kill clause?
The terms of my contract in general, but yes.
Okay.
That as well.
Godfrey, this is going to be Alistair's. This is going to be in another. This is what something pings in your head. That's going to be in a book you already have. Alistair's Any and All Secret Dealings. It was a secret deal. You just looked in the wrong section. Make an investigation check. Make an investigation check, please.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna get rid of some dice. Sorry. 33.
33. You find the section. Here's the terms of the contract between your parents and Alistair. Our child is the next generation of the Fey Spirit of Truth. And as they have a deal with Alistair, that Alistair made a deal to not kill the Fey Spirit of Truth, we hereby invoke this deal. And we ask that you maintain the following. This child is to be treated as if it were your own. We cannot take care of it as it stands. We do not have the power to give it what it needs to do in order to be safe and to recover its lost titles. The Fey Spirit of Truth must grow and prosper. It must learn magic. It must be treated with love and care. It must be aided in growing in a lifestyle that best suits its future success. This child is to never be killed, never be slain, and never be felled in battle by anything of Alistair's make. the child will grow and prosper, and one day, Alistair must allow it and give it the space to reclaim its title as the Fey Spirit of Truth. And that is the terms.
Anything of Alistair's make. Does it go into further detail of what that encompasses? Like if Beatrice made something, would that count? Or because Alistair kind of made everything, including the stuff Beatrice has power over?
I think you gotta do some inference.
Fuck. Okay. Next topic.
All right. You're gonna keep going?
Mm-hmm.
All right, 1 second. I'm keeping track of something here.
I wonder what.
I mean, yeah, isn't it exciting?
I hate this.
Okay. Keep going.
Okay. Am I making a stealth check, an investigation check? What am I doing?
Another investigation check and another investigation check, please.
Okay. 25.
All right. 5. 25 in the investigation check. As you reach the section titled Alistair's Forms, standing in front of you are 2 Vindicators, protectors of information. They stand before you. They give you a statement that resonates in your ears. Viari, give up. Go back. You will be prosecuted for your crimes. What do you do?
I'm gonna try to run.
You're gonna run? Alright. Roll initiative.
Oh no! I just figure in for a penny, in for a pound.
Yeah, that's fair.
20.
Oh no.
No!
I rolled a nat 20. I'm so sorry.
No! Oh, wait. Oh, wait, no. Never mind. It is 20.
Okay. Alright. I need to roll a number. The amount of stolen contraband you've acquired has incurred upon you. As you look at yourself, you realize a secret spell has been cast upon you.
Ugh.
The spell
I can't. Fuck you.
The spell of punishment. I'm gonna add up some numbers here and figure out
Is
how
that like a bad spell? Is that like a kinky spell? Like...
You will be receiving, on every hit you incur, an additional 93 damage for the 35 stacks of punishment that you acquired from your books that you stole.
Not the consequencing.
You don't get to... No! You told me to do it. I accepted my consequences. Now you don't have to rub it in.
First of all, I'm ad-libbing simply because there's a lot of math happening. Keeps dead air. Second of all, telling you, I did, but also you just wanted to do it. I gave you the ability to follow your heart.
God damn it.
All right.
My heart can be stupid, though.
The Vindicator takes its turn first. It targets you, Viari, and it's going to swing at you.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be a 6, 18, a 30, a 22. 1 second, I'm just adding this all up. 26, 27. The Vindicator, comprised of light, pulls out a gleaming sword made of code.
Hits.
charges forward. It hits. I've got one extra hit from here. That is going to be an additional 93 per hit. That's 3.
Oh, I already took the 93.
Oh, no.
I thought that was just damage that I took.
No,
okay.
it's incurred per hit.
Oh, great. I'm going to be down in 2.
All right. The blade swings in. For a moment, you realize this is going to hurt. And as the blade sweeps through you, it cuts. First, all spells on you are dispelled instantly. Your form is laid bare. The dragon that lies within you is gone. And you are struck once. The stacks of punishment burning in your chest. Twice, the second stack burns once more. And you realize this hurts more. You have the sin of what you carry is too much. And you are knocked unconscious. You're not killed. The Vindigators pick up your unconscious body. And as you're slipping in and out of waking and sleeping, you see at the far end of the hall, Alistair, waiting to pick you up. Back with AIDS. You got 4 pieces of info. That's 4 big things answered. Frankly, I think you got everything you really wanted. Alright. Ace. In your new space, you start reading. You have your book. Charlie is with you. What would you like to do?
I take a moment as I construct this space and, witness the time knife. We've all seen it.
Yeah.
I'm going to, grasp the enormity of that, and just as barely as my brain starts to attempt to wrap its conscious mind around it, it slips away, and I open the book and start reading.
As you start reading the book, you begin to learn a few things about this thing. You learn a lot, actually. The first page reads the following. I wrote all of this down.
Do I need to write it down, or can you send it to? Oh, you wrote it out on paper.
I wrote it on paper because that's when I feel most creative, like I'm a scribe.
Same. I really need to start taking notes on paper. I found that my notes, I think, they're more interesting because I just kind of write down a bunch of dumb shit all the time.
That's so valid. Not that, not that, not that. Alright. Nope, not that. Sorry, I'm just trying to find this.
Yeah, no rush. Hey, Brooke, how are you doing?
I'm good. My nana went to call me earlier, and I texted her back, and I was like, I'm in a D&D game, what's up? And she was texting me to tell me that my auntie had her baby.
Oh, that's cool.
Yay!
Yeah.
Right, I got it now. The Scholar of Power. The first scholar of all. It is important to know just how strong Eternagrax is. Alistair's strength is control. He is omnipotent and omniscient. But is this strength? No. Even Alistair knows this, acknowledges this. Alistair in a fight with Eternagrax would lose. This is guaranteed fact. He's the third and final named god. Humans have been naming gods forever, but these are not true names. They are nicknames, fakes, lies. The only 3 true names are Eternagrax, Alistair, Beatrice.
That's so wild that those are the 3 names that are real. We have Beatrice, okay, we have Alistair, interesting, and Eternagrax.
Yes.
The three genders.
I feel like Beatrice and Alistair were just like, our brother has a weird name and I don't want people to know about him. Let's just...
Okay, sorry, continue your cool lore.
It's funny. But I digress. Eternagrax is the concept of strength. He is as strong as he needs to be. Therefore, he will win every situation by merit of his existence. He sets the standard, he sets the bar, he set the very scale to begin with. Sealing power effectively set energy to being constant in this universe. Unsealing him would bring new energy into the system. If the universe is a bomb, the sealing of Eternagrax was setting the payload. Unsealing is like hooking the bomb up to the sun. He's magnificent. So what to do about releasing him? You must prove yourself, impress him, hit him hard, make him respect you. There are many ways, but don't bother talking to him. He will not respect your words. I repeat, if you open his realm and try to convince him with prior to earning his respect, he will kill you, guaranteed. Eternagrax as a being of strength means that Eternagrax is a being who can only understand strength. Alistair understands chaos. Beatrice understands order and contracts. Beatrice understands curses and disorder. Where is he? That is a difficult question. I've spent many times searching for him. I've even delved into the very divine contract Alistair keeps so protected. I've looked deep within. I've found nothing. He's not there. If you have found this book, you probably know already much about the world and its dealings. For this book has been made illegal before I've even finished publishing it. Look to the heavens. Eternagrax is above, isn't he? He must be.
Mm-hmm. The stars. I hope that's what I was supposed to get, because that's where I'm at right now.
Mm-hmm. Make an Arcana check.
Make an Arcana check. You're fucking wrong.
You're dumb. Get out of here.
After we played Elden Ring, making the stars some kind of fucky-wucky scary shit is on the absolutely not only on the table but like highly likely.
Guess what I rolled on this Arcana check?
A nat 20.
15.
47.
God damn.
3 5s and 3 6s, bitch.
Damn.
This is.
I rolled a 14 on the die though. Good call.
The heavens, the stars, very, 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 very likely is where Eternagrax could be. In fact, it makes a lot of sense. If you need a source of energy, what's a better battery than to seal Eternagrax within the very thing to power everything? What a brilliant idea. Thank you, DannyPhantom.exe, for your God Engines idea partly inspiring this. Additionally, sealing him within the domain and hooking up the domain to the source of all magic. Now that would be something. Whether or not this was intentional or accidental, you cannot tell. But currently it seems that the stars and the mushrooms that make magic and metabolize magic are linked. The mushrooms are linked to the heavens. If the mushrooms are linked to the heavens are linked to Eternagrax. And if it's linked to Eternagrax, then the mushrooms are linked that are linked with magic are linked to him. The answer lies with the mycelium network.
That's the associative property.
Yes. I wanted to make that very clear because you kind of nailed the Arcana check.
Yeah. Yay. And I figured it out beforehand. This is so rewarding. Okay.
There's more information in this book about Eternagrax and whatnot. More, I think. There's more if you want to look for. If you have any questions, maybe it's a good time to ask them. Yeah.
We're doing some like, I can learn about Eternagrax. Like, what is he like? What do they do in his spare time? What's their star? Well, I guess the star sign is all of them, actually.
What's your star sign? The whole zodiac, actually.
You know what zodiac means? You would probably know because you like a lot of zodiac things.
I actually don't know. I just thought it was a thing.
So, well, the interesting thing is it's like, okay, why there's a Chinese zodiac and a, the like Western zodiac, but they're very different concepts other than, a thing is your personality trait. A zodiac is a circle of animals.
A circle of animals? That's funny.
Mm-hmm. Like, and that's what makes it. It's just, yeah, both of these.
Wild.
That's crazy.
Okay. Well, let's see. So we have the universe bomb, setting the payload. It's in the heavens. When it's like universe, what's... I don't know if I have any specific questions right now because my idea... In my brain, I'm thinking like what... I know a lot. You've painted a great picture of this guy, this person, this concept. So I don't think I have questions about like... What is he like? My understanding is we just need... Godfried and Viari to just go in and hit really hard as soon as we get in there. And then we need to plan a way to make me and Feta also be able to do that somehow. I guess when it talks about if power, if it's the concept of strength and it wins every battle it's in, how the fuck did it get sealed in the first place? Did it want to be sealed?
Okay. So you go to the sealing of Eternagrax, the how it happened. The scholar reads as follows. Much is unknown about the sealing of Eternagrax. It seems an inherent contradiction that the being of power would be sealed in the first place. But, after much research, negotiating, and giving up much of myself, I have learned the following from Alistair. He was sealed by Alistair and by Beatrice.
Why was an agreement involved?
He was sealed by Alistair and by Beatrice long ago. The sealing was the rite of sealing. This is no spell. There's a difference between rites and spells. A rite almost invokes the very nature of the world around you. A spell manipulates the world and the magic underlying it. Once invoked, it's not a matter of how did he get sealed. It was a matter of how do you resist as the world changes around you. You can't, lest you seek to break the world. Which Alistair might have, which Eternagrax may have wanted to do, but chose not to. At least I believe it was a choice. Perhaps they one day thought that they would be unsealed. I will continue to search for him so that I may try to do so myself.
In reading this book, what can I glean about the scholar?
You flip through the book and you go to the back at the very
Yeah, the dust jacket with a little photo.
Yeah. The first scholar. Written year 1. Gifted with knowledge, I was. The world around me seemed dull and dumb, frankly. I was writing. No one else could. I am unsure if this was a divine gift or not, but I will write down its secrets. I will continue to see how long I can keep track of everything. Knowledge seems to be important, for why else would it be taken from everybody except me? I will put a deal on this. I will place a dealing on this book. It will not be destroyed so long as I live, but the day I die is when my information dies with me. If you find this, I hope I've made it to the stars. The first scholar.
Okay. Yeah. I have a question, a meta question. Can I say that A's reads this book and then, like, in the future, if we have power questions, be able to roll to recall this information?
Yes, you can make a history check at that time.
Cool.
I'll give you advantage as well because you've read the book.
Yeah, I figured it. Yeah. Okay, I think this is good to go off of. Charlie.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've just been reading this to myself. Obviously, you were here. Do you want to know any of this information? Do you want to not know this information?
I feel like if I'm gonna help you at this point, I kind of need to. I set you on this path. Want me to read it
Yeah.
and prepare like a docket for you, like a summary?
Oh, I mean, I've already. Oh, you'd be good for everyone else. You tend to be good at explaining things. I'm already here, and I pass it over.
Whoa, it's a hefty boy.
Yeah. I think I have 29 strength, so I didn't notice.
Can I just stay in here and read? Is that allowed?
This isn't the space where only I can get in and get out of. Right? That was a different weird thing.
No, this space you are the only one who can let things in and out.
Right. I don't think it'd be good for me to leave while you're in here.
Oh. Okay, that's fair. All right. Well,
I have some thinking to do.
Okay, I'll go. I'll take this. I'll book out a private room again. Okay.
Okay.
All right. He leaves and he presumably goes to his private room.
My doorbell just rang. I will be right back.
All right. That's a great timing. Viari.
Perfect.
Perfect. Viari. You awake in Alistair's office with 1 hit point.
Ow.
That's what you have to say? Ow.
Hey, Dad.
Hello, Viari. So, what was that?
Well, yeah, I figured since you are always saying that you physically can't give us information unless we already know about it, I would speed up the process of knowing about it.
So you felt the need to get books on all of my secret dealings, my other children, every rewrite, specifically on truth, as he holds up the book, and the terms of your contract with your family, it seems, as this place is a little extra dog-eared.
Yeah.
And you were found trying to find my secret forms. Now, that information isn't necessary for your job. It isn't necessary for your success at your current mission, so I do wonder why you thought the need to head there. And don't try and say, then lie to me that wasn't what you were after, because at this point, I'm just going to think it is what you were after anyway.
Oh no, it was what I was after. I wasn't going to tell you it wasn't. Well, in the book about your deals, it says that you made a deal with yourself to never ever use those forms again, except for checks notes. Was it like end of the world or something? Like, what was it?
Unless the contract is eminently threatened, the other forms will not return to him.
Unless the contract is eminently threatened. And that seems like it's going to come up, right? Like in the war.
I do see one scenario where that can happen. And I think I'm looking at it. And what else did you try to get?
How could you possibly know what else I was interested in?
We know what you were interested in because an adjudicator saw you and it documented what it saw. And initially it said it was unnecessary, but I pursued it further and squeezed the information from its body. You had information you would seem to be looking after my spells, and you were after where Eternagrax is next. So doing a little trick.
Wasn't really after the phone, I guess. I figure that the best way for me to plan how to deal with all of this stuff in the war is to have as much information as possible.
On me and my secrets? Information that is secured for a reason?
Oh, kinda. Yeah.
And what have you found? Has any fruit been born from it? Do you now know how to beat Beatrice?
I'm working on that.
Have you figured out the answer to how she broke into the contract and broke into our side of the contract?
Not yet.
So what have you found?
Well, I know that from the contract that you made with my parents that you're not allowed to let me die to anything that was made by you. But that also implies that there's stuff made by other people that supersedes your power in some way that you can't just negate. And I was under the impression that you had sort of made everything on the chaos side as well, and that therefore the chaos side of the contract and existence falls under your power to some extent because it's all connected to the divine contract. But then what's not connected to the divine contract is Eternagrax. And we know that there was a ritual that can be performed in order to banish entities into a space, I guess the same as what happened with Eternagrax. But I feel like Beatrice has been so hell-bent on the fact that you had agreement and now you've got luck and she's just one person. Well, if I was Beatrice, I would be trying to get Eternagrax to turn the tables because I'm pretty sure that's how you would be beaten. And she knows the ritual, right? She's the one who she knows the right to get rid of him. Like, she understands that. Is it a curse? Or is it? No, it's different to a curse. It's a right.
So there's one problem here, and that is the fact that if Eternagrax is ever unsealed, I'm pretty sure he would beat both of us to death with his bare hands and watch us bleed out. I don't think so.
But what if he didn't? Do you think he could be used against you? Do you think that that could be a way that she might want to tip the scales?
Not by Beatrice, that's for sure.
Why wouldn't Beatrice do it?
Your viewing Eternagrax is something that can be controlled. The reason why she wouldn't do it is because Beatrice and I are both very aware that Eternagrax is a person and is full of hatred and violence. And I'm pretty sure the first person he would enact that on is me and Beatrice. So she wouldn't do that because she knows she'd die if she did and instantly lose, and the whole world would be destroyed because of it. Additionally, what would probably happen is my eventual death as well. So the only people who could want that are people who want me to die.
But if Beatrice wants everything to happen all at once, then she wants for everything to die effectively anyway. right?
Not herself, though.
So she wants to be left over after all of that. And then what?
It's not about and then what. It's about achieving what she wants.
Well, okay. And regarding the secret deals and your first kid,
has any of this helped you in the current war?
kind of.
How?
Well, if we could find that kid, I feel like they would have a lot of insight into this whole thing.
So you have a plan to get more information about something?
I gotta know where to look before I can start looking. And it's not like you could tell me. You are physically incapable of telling me this stuff. You've said that enough times.
But what do you want to know? What information do they have that you think is important? What do you need? I'm busy working on your next mission.
I know.
But what do you
The
need?
thing is, this whole war is supposed to be leading up to a big reset in the timeline again, which I know you say you don't remember it, but I'm sure that if you looked in your own records, you'd find something that recounts the fact that the timeline's been reset a bajillion times, and the Fae have existed for a long time. There's got to be a better solution.
It's not about a better solution. It's about the solution that we're going with. A reset would bring us back to perfect order. Everything is structured from its original set point, and then we can keep going again. It starts over. It is a perfectly ordered system.
But doesn't that leave room for Beatrice to win again?
And so
wouldn't a better solution involve removing the chance of Beatrice winning altogether?
Currently, as things are set up, it is a system where things start ordered, chaos gets involved, and it gets to a state of more disorder. If you remove chaos, you remove the ability for things to happen entirely. They are a necessary part of the system. It's why the declaration of the war was signed. We must fight in order for things to happen. If there's no one to fight, there's nothing to happen. The world stops. Is there a point in which you tell me how any of this directly relates to us winning the war?
I always feel like information helps.
Information that I already knew?
But the people fighting the war for you didn't. And you weren't able to tell us.
Having information on my secret deals and my child.
Okay, that one was for personal.
Which you apparently went to second. Second on the priority list it was. Then you went to the rewrites and you grabbed truth. And then you once again grabbed your...
That one might...
Then you apparently stopped to read to find the terms of your contract that I have with your parents. And then you were heading to my forums. I don't see how this relates to you winning the war.
Okay, alright. For one thing, finding the rewrite of truth. The intention there is to find some information that was hidden there from Gary, and hopefully that would help. I don't know, the stuff with truth just seems important. And I can't really fully articulate why, but also it doesn't help that apparently there's like a dead face spirit of truth inside me, so I feel like kind of obligated to take care of the truth stuff. And I want to do right by the domain of truth, given events. And so this was me trying to take steps to accomplish that, because in order to look at the chair and see what was left behind and what information is there, I need to be able to access the rewrite, or the old version, not the rewrite. You've rewritten it, but the previous version. And well, with regards to the other stuff, I feel like a lot of this stuff contains information that's all connected. And once I understand it all, then I'm going to be able to figure out a plan that actually gets us somewhere. And part of that is also knowing your defenses and what's going to help us in the war.
I'll tell you what you'll find at the end of all this. A series of deals I made with mortals to have children. The fact that I cared too much a few too many times. Because currently, from what I can tell, you grabbed information on my secret deals. For some reason. Apparently you stopped to check it twice. Once to get the terms of your contract with your parents. You stopped to figure out what the other kid was. And then you went to rewrites once again to look for truth because you feel obligated to take care of it. I don't see this, Viari. I don't see what you're seeing here.
I know, and you never do.
You're saying that you have a plan, maybe. You have a plan, maybe. If you manage to connect all this information about my progeny?
No. Okay. Here's the thing. You know everything. Literally everything. Everything in existence. And you get to act with that information all the time, and you get to make your plans, and because you have all of this information, you get to sit there and say, well, I know better, and therefore you should listen to my logic because I know better. I am trying to gather information so that I can make informed decisions about my efforts. And yes, any given piece of information is going to help, especially when it pertains to you or anyone else who's important and integral to this war. And I don't have access to like Beatrice's secret library. Do I? Okay.
Viari. Sometimes it feels like you just want information because you want it, not because you actually have anything to do with it. That's what it feels.
Information is useful regardless of whether or not you know what you're going to do with it before you get it.
Well, if you find my child, make sure to pass that information on to them, I guess. That seemed to be very important to you.
Wait, what information? What do you mean?
Well, you just told me. You do realize how much shit I am now in, right?
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
I am sorry for the consequences.
Are you gonna change? No, you're not. You're not sorry. Don't lie to me again. Please leave the office.
I am.
Are you going to change?
I'm not leaving yet.
Are you going to change?
Probably not. I'm sorry for the consequences, but I would do it again.
Well, then that's not hardly an apology, and I don't accept your fucking sorry. That's a bullshit fucking statement. And if you disrespect...
I'm sorry, this is Brooke laughing. Viari's not laughing. Brooke is laughing.
So what you're telling me is that you're oh, I'm sorry that this poorly affected you, but I'm not going to change my behavior because heaven forbid you change. I would rather, Viari, that you just said you weren't sorry.
I am sorry that it hurts. I am sorry for the consequences.
It's not an apology, Viari, unless you put action to it. It's just words. Doesn't mean that you want to grow. That doesn't mean that you're actually going to do anything about it. You say sorry when you screw up and then you do better. You don't say sorry when you go and do the thing again.
I think here we disagree on what our ideas of growth are.
I think if you don't see how this isn't growth, I think we never will. Now please leave the office, because I've got a shitstorm incoming, and unless you want to be caught in more of it, you should probably leave.
Can I ask one thing?
Did you not find that information, the secret information already? These are more secrets you need. What?
It's being so snarky.
Yeah, I think it's the right to be.
What happens now?
Thank you for finding a new point in history we don't know.
What do you mean?
I'm going to do my best to not get you bamfed and removed again. There's going to be heavy sanctions and punishments regardless, and I'm going to try my best to defend you as I always do every time. Risking job security and the security of the Pantheon with it.
It just seems like whether I do the right thing or I don't, there's always some sort of punishment at the end.
Well, regardless, this is where we are.
Okay, well, thank you for not yelling at me. I will go enjoy my freedom while it lasts.
You won't be prisoned. In fact, this is going to come falling more on me than you.
Why?
Because, Viari, you were my choice for the mortal gods. You're my choice to be truth. You're my favorite. That's what everyone says. You're my favorite. You get all the favoritism in the world. Viari never gets punished the way that they should be. You're always there to defend them and break them out. She hasn't even finished her first sentence. Why did Viari do the duel? You said she could do it. Why didn't you pick your other, more capable warlocks?
They wouldn't have done any better.
Doesn't
Do
matter.
they know? Do they know that Chaos cheated in that duel?
Of course they do, but it doesn't matter, and it doesn't matter regardless if they did. The point is that I do play favorites, Viari.
Well, you have to because of the contract.
Not just
You wouldn't do it if you weren't obligated to. Just tell them that.
Doesn't change anything, Viari. I am who I am because of contracts. I can't just be different. Unless I make a contract. That's how I've grown every time and changed. That'd be like saying to a person, well, you are who you are because of the past. It's how humans change. And this is who I am. And I have a favorite, and it's you. And I must now face the music for the actions I have made.
What would you have done in my position?
What position?
Going into the library and finding information. If you were me.
I don't know what I would have done, Viari. I probably wouldn't have gone to the library in the first place.
But if you were me?
I can't answer that, Viari. I can't. You want me to affirm your decision, and I'm going to tell you this right now. I can't put myself in that position, because I wouldn't have been in that decision. I wouldn't have been there. I would have probably gone and got a cocktail at the bar today. Would have been lovely. That's what I would have done. That's what I would have done in your
bar
position.
here this whole time?
Yes! It's everything! You guys just said that you always hang out in the break room, so we haven't gone anywhere else.
Can I?
Well, A's okay. I would have to retcon me not knowing because A's would have been all over.
A's
that
would have been
shit.
having a martini. All right.
Can I see the I realize how this sounds after everything that we've just been through. Can I see the truth rewrite still?
Viari is not sorry and unwilling to change and shows no remorse.
Wait, what?
That's what he writes down on a piece of paper.
Well, at least I'm used to non-existence.
It's not going to be non-existence, Viari. Like I said, the punishment is on me. Have a good day.
Amelia, stop rubbing it. I just see in the corner the little text box pop up. There are worse fates.
Have a good day, Viari. I'll see you later.
I'm gonna walk out very, very, very sadly. I am sorry.
If you're sorry, if you say you're sorry and then
sorry.
you go back, like, and do the first, you say you're sorry. You say you would go back and do the exact same thing again, and then also try to do the exact thing right in front of him after that. That's not a sorry. You just
I
feel
can
bad
be
he's getting in
sorry.
trouble.
Yeah, I can feel sorry for how this is coming down on him, but still feel that it's important enough to learn this information to do it again.
If some, I don't think. I think we have there's a disagreement with how we view that concept.
Okay. But I am sorry for how this comes down on him. I don't like that.
And so you leave his office, and you see, about to enter his office, about 70,000 adjudicators. Contracts in hand.
Do I catch a glimpse of what those contracts are?
They are circled and sealed, but information gathered would assume it's about you. Probably reports on what they saw. And that is where we're going to end today's session. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been Paperwork Pantheon episode 65. The first time Brooke has ever intentionally made a bad decision.
I hate this.
And you know what? I do want to give Brooke a big shout out because Brooke hates this actively, but they did such a good job. So be nice to them because they did something that they struggle with and they've grown as a player.
No, don't be nice to me. Be mean to me.
No, be nice.
Be nice.
No.
Be nice.
But
Make me regret it so bad I never do it again.
You literally just said you would do it again. In game.
What's Viari gonna do? Lie to Alistair?
My name is Ophiat Outlaw. I am your dungeon. I've been the dungeon master this evening. This has been Paperwork Pantheon. Please be sure to support me on Patreon if you enjoy the content that I make, and the streams that I do and all that jazz. I know I've made a YouTube video recently. That's because I've had no ideas. But I think I do have an idea. I might make it tonight. I might make it later. Amelia, go.
Hey, Amelia, links.ameliasom.com. I've been playing A's. I had a good time, and I'm in a weird little box.
Brooke.
Brooklyn, and I'm in trouble. That's
You're
it.
not in trouble. Viari's in trouble.
Yari's in trouble.
VR's in trouble. Yeah.
Alrighty. That is all.